Hi, welcome to Slow English with Brian. I'm Brian. In this video, we are going to talk about homes. Many of my students get confused about what a home is. Many students think that home and house are the same, but they are not. Let's talk about it. First, let me say this. A home can have all kinds of different appearances. It can be a house like this. It can be an apartment like one of these. It can be, in a sad situation, a field like this, or a tent like this, or a mansion like this, or a car, or a van, or a bus, or an RV, or a dorm or dormitory like this. Homes can be many different things. A home is where somebody lives for a long time. Let's talk about the most common types of homes. First, we have houses. They look like this, and this, and this, and this, and this. In some places, houses touch each other, like in San Francisco in America, like this. In other places, like one of the places where I lived in America for a long time, houses do not touch each other, like this and this. Houses can have one floor, like this, or 2 or 3 or 4 floors, like this, this, and this. Houses always touch the ground. They don't have another house below them. Now, let's talk about another kind of home, an apartment like this. Usually, apartments are stacked together, one on top of the other, and sometimes next to each other too, in buildings called apartment buildings. I have lived in those too. Sometimes they are very small and only have maybe 1 or 2 rooms. Those are called studios or studio apartments. They are very common in busy city areas. Other apartments have more rooms and are more like a house that has 1 floor and that's in a building high off the ground. I have lived in an apartment like that too, in Hanoi. Often, people rent apartments, but people can buy them too. Homes, on the other hand, are often owned by the person who lives there. But as the economy around the world becomes more expensive, renting homes is becoming more common. In both houses and apartments, there are rooms that have the same name. The room where we have a bed and sleep is called a bedroom. If there is more than one bedroom, one of them is usually the biggest and the best. We call that the master bedroom, or sometimes the master bed. That is usually where a husband and wife sleep if they have children, and the children sleep in the normal bedrooms. The dining room, or the dining area, is where we eat the food. Sometimes, especially in smaller homes and apartments, the kitchen and the dining area can be the same place. Then there is a room for relaxing. We often see TVs in rooms like this. They are called living rooms, or sometimes family rooms. Some of you might be wondering, but what about a flat? How is that different from an apartment? Well, they're not different. Americans like me say apartment, and people in the United Kingdom say flat. They are the same. Some people have enough money to buy a mansion. A mansion like this is just one big fancy house. But a mansion like this is more than just one house. It is a collection of buildings that one person or one group of people owns. It can have the big mansion like this right here near the middle or maybe near the top or the north side with other smaller buildings elsewhere on the same property. I have lived in many homes and many apartments, but I have never lived in a mansion. Sadly, some people don't have a normal home. They have to make a home outside, like this. They have to live in a tent. Or like this, they just live under a bridge. In some countries, this problem is not very common. In Vietnam, where I live, I almost never see anyone who has to live in a home like this. But in America, there are many, many, many homeless people. The reasons for this, the reasons why some countries have a lot of homeless people while other countries don't, are very complicated. But I hope that homelessness all around the world will become less common in the future. Other people have what are called mobile homes. These are homes that can be picked up on a truck like this and moved to other places. I have never lived in a home like that. Another type of home is called an RV. It stands for recreational vehicle. They look like this, like a big bus that's also a house. They look like this on the inside. My grandma had an RV, and I remember her driving me and my siblings around in her RV when I was young. It was very fun, but a little bit dangerous. Please tell me in the comments what kind of home you have. Before I end this video, I want to talk about the word houses. In America, we often say the first S in houses, like the letter Z, even though it is the letter S. So usually we don't say houses. It's not wrong to say that, but most of the Americans whom I met when I lived there said it like me, houses. It just sounds more natural. That is the end of this video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.